So Pulsechain has higher throughput, better security, lower environmental impact to the point of nearly none, is a newer coin with more features, is faster than Bitcoin. But Bitcoin has an $800 billion market cap. Pulsechain doesn't. Why? Well, we're new. We're on the way, right? Things will get better, in my opinion. So like, oh, and for you listening, is that a forward-looking price statement? Nope, not a forward-looking price statement, not financial advice. So we've got a wonderful network. We've got wonderful features. We've got wonderful airdrop. There's, you can do lending on the Pulsechain network. There's projects that let you borrow coins. There's projects that there's stable coins on Pulsechain. There's all types of stuff people have launched on Pulsechain. Guys, the network is good. Works great. Oh, and the bridge is free too. Somebody set the bridge to 0 fee so that using the bridge has no fee both directions. So if you go to bridge.pulsechain.com, there's no fees currently. In, out, either way, no fees. Now you're going to pay a fee on the Ethereum network. Nothing you can do about that. That's Ethereum's side, right? So you got a great network and you got a ton of free coins. And it's worked flawlessly for 7 months. Go make it great, guys. Launch stuff on it, use it, build fiat on-ramps, make a money transmitter in your state, make a licensed money transmitter in your state, and you can, make the community better. Like,
Hey everybody, and welcome. Looks like I got the title a bit wrong there, but hey, it looks good. I can see my background now. I've got the actual. Which one have I got in there? Let's have a look. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Let's put this one on. See if that pops up. Let's go. Bam. There we go. That's the one I wanted. How about that? Easy magic. So yeah, a little bit behind time on the schedule today, but we're here now, so it's kind of cool. Funny things happen, doesn't it, sometimes? We got Wookie in the house there. Wookie is playing golf. Big shout out to you. It is Friday. I didn't know you normally play golf on Friday, but happy Green Day. Yeah, Pulsechain mini pump, a bit of PulseX magic. So kind of cool. We're going to try and pick up some themes on that too. Brendan says, howdy Superman and family. Hey Brendan, hope you're doing well. Big shout out to you. And we got Pulse Pot in the house, crates on BNB, lots of hearts. A big shout out there, Pulse Pot, and keep up the great work with Mafia game. And of course, we've been covering that probably every second day, that game, and it's doing amazing, isn't it? Mafia really gaining traction. Way more influencers covering it. I count maybe around about eight influencers now covering Mafia on Pulsechain and on BNB chain. It's growing as well. Huge. And of course, the BNB pot is ginormous. So very, very exciting times there. Fantastic. So we'll probably pull up a bit of Mafia towards the end of the live stream. Stay tuned for that. See if we got some stuff over there. All right, let's get into it, folks. We got Pulsechain really doing some stuff. So we're going to get into that. So let's have a look here. Get into the chat as well. Make it lively, as we say. Let me just have another drink here. Like I said, I was up a bit up for a while and had a few issues there. So we'll get into it. Got to have a good cup of tea, clear the throat and clear the mind, something like that. Let's get into it. And bam. Now, this is, what day is it? It's Thursday in the United States. This is Thursday data. So we're going to go through the markets now and check everything out. So it's going to be pretty much around the markets today. And we might have a bit of a taste of Mafia on the old at the end. We'll check that out. All right, let's get into it. Bam. We got the S&P 500 slips after briefly topping 5,500 for the first time ever. So there we go. Record-breaking times we're in at the moment for the stock market. But the Dow Jones, though, is up 7,700%, almost 300 points to 39,134. Crazy, isn't it? So that's pretty awesome. S&P 500, you can see, is just down 0.25%, 14 points, down to 5,473. The Nasdaq is down 0.8% after a huge run this week so far. Of course, in the video being a big standout there, down 144 points, down to 17,717. And the US dollar at the moment, pretty strong, 105.3 at the moment on the US dollar, we're waiting for the interest rate pivot and the US dollar devaluation later in the year. That's kind of what we're looking forward to. That's going to bolster commodities. And of course, at the moment, we've got West Texas at $81, just down slightly. Brent oil at $85.57, just down slightly as well. Gold is up, well, it looks like gold's up $6.55 to $2,375 on gold, and silver is back over $30 this week. So, wow, look at that, $30.82. The silver, a really, really big bullish thing. We're bullish on it. Yeah, if we get that interest rate pivot later in the year, man, this thing's really going to fly. Target price from Rich Dad Poor Dad Kiyosaki is $100 to $125, and that was made about 2 years ago. So it looks like it might be in the throes ahead of us. So let's see how that goes. Could be outside of crypto, could be one of the mega themes there for silver and gold, couldn't it? So that's kind of cool. We did have some economic news. We got house starts slumped in May, jobless claims rise in this case. Economic data released early Thursday point to a slowing U.S. economy, while initial jobless claims coming out at 238,000, above 235,000 expected, while house starts slumped 5.5% in May. Well, I guess the Biden administration will do something about that heading into an election on the 5th of November. A series of Fed officials have expressed caution about expecting rate cuts too soon, seeking more evidence that inflation has been tamed before the central bank would agree to easing monetary policy. Now, I think we saw that in the UK. I think we saw inflation hit 2%, but they're still going to keep their interest rates up, trying to get under there. So, you know, it's not just about hitting 2%. Apparently, you've got to keep it going. And, of course, they'll probably overshoot at that rate. FOMC member Thomas Parkin is set to speak later this session, and followed by Minneapolis Federal President Neil Kari, saying it could take up to 2 years to get U.S. inflation back to the Federal Reserve's medium-term target. Now, we saw that in their S&P forecast that they just did in the last meeting, so I did point that out. And, of course, we know that they like you pay all these highly educated people, and they always go for linear predictions. It's hilarious. You don't have to be a genius to do a linear prediction. So there we go. Cash Carey, talking at the annual Michigan Bank Association earlier Thursday, said wage growth was too high to bring inflation back to 2% target right now. Now, if you're a monetarist, you might have a bit of a different view on this one, but that is where he is at, and he's on the board, isn't he? So there we go. That is it for the stock market. Let's jump over to the crypto market, and we're going to check that out. But we've got someone else in the house. We've got Eddie. Let the pump begin. Woohoo! Yeah, it was a very bullish sign today. I think I saw. We're going to actually I'll hold off on that. We're going to talk about that when we come up to it. But yeah, very nice little mini pump. I said mini pump today because sometimes when I go Pulsechain pump, someone goes, "Well, it didn't go up like 30%." So okay, I'll put mini pump in it. Mini, the word mini there, so people don't leave those comments. So I was expecting like 30%. There'd be a pump. Yeah. Anyway, so we got that. I short-circuited that conversation. We got Bitcoin at the moment at $64,833. That's down just under 0.4%. Bitcoin dominance at the moment 53.11% on the crypto dominance there for Bitcoin. So still holding up pretty strong. We're really waiting for that altcoin season. That is ahead of us. So you're still early, relatively speaking, to where we are expecting the crypto market to go for the full bull run after the halving. We covered that the other day as well. Ethereum at the moment, $3,508, up 1.6%. Real volatility in Ethereum lately, have you noticed? Up and down, up and down. So it feels like that at the moment. BNB down 2.24% at $586. Remember, that was only a few weeks ago, was it? It was up at $725, had the massive pump. $725, now it's $586. So volatility, and we knew that was going to be the case after Bitcoin halving, that we typically have 2 to 3 months of volatility before we get that hyper super rally of the bull market itself. So far we haven't been disappointed. Solana down 2%. Solana, of course, has been dominating the DeFi value. I think I saw some report about 60% or something in that ballpark. So Solana, of course, with the meme coin boom, the VC chain is doing pretty well there. Everything else pretty mixed across the board. That leads us into zoom in on Bitcoin, and here we are on the 50-day. So we're just below 50-day at the moment. 50-day at the moment is $66,610 for Bitcoin. This is Coinbase, and we've got the current price at $64,608. So we're $2,000 below the current 50-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is at $57,800. So we're still well above that. What's that? Almost almost $7,000. So we're almost above that's the blue line there. So far we're doing pretty well actually. Bitcoin halving was all the way back here on the 20th of April, was at block 840,000. And that is ticking away. And we are getting on to, 2-3 months of volatility. We're now, how many days? 62 days since then. So we're just over 2 months. And of course, that means that the next month's going to be pretty interesting as well. We're almost through this gray swan event, China-Taiwan. So this is the good weather period for any invasion. So fortunately, we're almost through that. And Ethereum ETF go live, that's expected on the 3rd of July. So these things could be very short-lived, right? So the ETF go live is expected then. So we shall see. That is pretty much it. We've got lots of stuff ahead of us, of course. Potential interest rate pivot in September the 18th. We've got typical pullback period in September. And of course, that's the, we might have some good moves into July, August. And then, of course, a bit of a pullback in September is typically what we've seen. Although this is a halving year and we've got 2 Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs, so it could be a bit different. We shall see. And then the US election coming in on the 5th of November. And if we don't get the pivot in September, then the pivot in November the 7th. And surely we should have it by then. That would be super bullish. We could have 2 super bullish outcomes there. Obviously, the election's always a bit messy. But if we get Trump back in, then it's game on. The markets will like that. And, man, the rally will continue. So next 6 months, potentially for a really good rally. As we would normally expect after Bitcoin halving, maybe super hype pump. Certainly 100K Bitcoin's on the target for this year. So, yeah, let's see where we go with that. It's going to be a lot of fun because they're currently at 64,500 or 64,600. So a long way up to that. And we know how Bitcoin, when a rally starts, man, it just goes. So that is Bitcoin at the moment. Ethereum is even doing better, actually, if you think about it. It's on the Bitcoin, it's on the 50-day moving average, the yellow line. And we currently got $3,506 for the 50-day moving average. We currently got $3,049 for the 200-day. And so we're currently sitting right on the Bitcoin, the Ethereum ETF. Sorry, no, what am I saying? I'm adding all these different words. We're on the Ethereum 50-day and sitting there nice and pretty at the moment. So this is bullish, especially with that potential ETF, in July, early July there. So, less than a week away. So things could be really flying by then. That is pretty much the market. Not really a lot of crypto news out there at the moment, but that is how the prices are going. But we're going to get into the results for day 405, I think it is. Yeah, I didn't cover yesterday's results because we were doing a special show on Mafia. We had Cavolt DeFi. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's on the channel there. It was a great show. We had a great time, and we talked to Archie, the Don of the Syndicate. Archie's incredible, and it was a great show. Enjoyed that. Nice and light and fluffy. So if you like things like that, we did that. We managed to tick off everything. We went through how to play Mafia. We went through what the Syndicate is up to some degree, and things like that. So it was really fun. And it was the first time we had the Don Archie on the channel, which was a lot of fun too. All right, let's go. Hey, good to see Wookie. He's managing to take a tea break on the golf field. Thanks, Wookie. Appreciate that. All right. Hope you got the show on the super screen at the golf course. That would be pretty cool. We got Lies Beneath in the house, have we? Lies Beneath, how are you today? Very good. Lies Beneath is coming at the perfect time. We're going to be talking about Hex, Pulsechain, and Incentive for the win, 100%. Day 405. And we got Pulse at the moment at quadruple 0463. Up 1% at the moment on Pulse. So just very modest. 46% of the mean sacrifice price. But PulseX is the talk of the town. As I think Rags to Riches put out a tweet or post on X talking about how OA activity, explaining this. So I haven't had a chance to check all that, but that probably seems reasonable. It's what we've seen in the past. So yeah, big shout out to Rags for the old flying intel. We've got 10.6. Now I haven't checked pulse alerts either. I just haven't had time. I've had a funny old morning today. So just hasn't able to do usual checks that I do. Pulse alert though, that would give you an idea if the money was flowing into a particular OA kind of account, sacrifice account type things. We got quadruple 0214 on PulseX up 10.6%. Pretty nice little pump there. That's what we call a mini pump. We get 21.3% of the mean sacrifice price. So still a long way to go. But nice to get a 10% gainer today, especially with the market is the way it is. And the buy and burn. Congratulations to everybody out there. We hit a milestone, 900 billion PulseX has been bought up and burned. I guess that leads us on to 1 trillion. So awesome. Now, remember, the supply there is around about 20.2 trillion there for Pulsechain is the public supply, sitting around 20.2. And so we're almost heading towards 1 trillion on the buying pen. So that's going terrific. Obviously, if we lift volumes as well, we're going to get that happening faster towards that 1 trillion mark. And of course, beyond that. So looking pretty good there. Incentive token at the moment also up pretty nice. Given the fact that Pulse is only at 1%, incentive token ratio has jumped big time, pump. And I've been calling this out for a long time. I'm not the only one, of course, but there we are, 54,700 Pulse per incentive. And that's up 7.73%. So looking pretty good there. The total supply at the moment, 34,882,000. So that's getting pretty close, isn't it, to the 35 million there on incentive. We got Hex on Pulsechain at the moment is sitting at, what do we got there? Sitting at 0.0569. And of course, that's 57/100 of a penny. EHEX is at 13/100 of a penny. Combined price of EHEX and PX is at 0.7 of a penny. So real bargain shopping still for Hex, even with the 3% increase today. Very modest mini pump. 0.7 of a penny. Man, what a steal to pick up Hex right now ahead of what we're expecting to be more magic on the Pulsechain. We got some more comments in here. I think we have. Hey, we got Crypto Fury in house. Hello, happy OA wake up day, says Crypto Fury. Indeed. Pulsex buy and burn is still doing its thing. Absolutely is looking great. 900 billion Pulsex gone forever. Part of this superior tokenomics for Pulsechain, right? So let's not forget that. It's sort of just sitting in the background. Obviously, we'd like to see the volumes lift to accelerate that burn, but nevertheless, it's burning every single day. Lance is in house there. What the heck's up? Good to see you, Lance. Well, a bit of green prices, that's for sure, Lance. So it's nice to wake up to that today. And we were trying to find a bottom in the charts, and it looks like we may have found it for the time being. Looking pretty good. We also know that Richard Hart posted out a post on this today too. So I might pull it up actually. Let's have a look here. Let's go to Richard Hart's a little inkling into the activity today, maybe, so you can decide. But we had, let me just pull it up. Let's go here. That's probably a good place to be. All right, so let's check that out. Richard Hart's updates. What happened? Where did they go? Where did they go? All right, so that's day 305. We're going to get into the charts themselves. But Richard put this out. When people buy coins you don't hold, often your coins don't go up in value. When others trade coins you hold for other coins, your coins often go down in value. When people launch coins that compete with your coins don't go up in value. So a little bit of market talk, a little bit of a pep talk there between Richard Hart and the market, particularly Pulsechainers and people like that. When people shield coins, specifically targeting holders of coins you hold, your coins often go down in value. That was the speak there. So what do people often do in crypto? They tend to amplify messages that might increase the interest in things they care about and de-amplify messages that might decrease interest in things they care about. Often by follow, unfollow, block, ghost worked great for Bitcoin. Despite inferior tech, inferior fees, inferior throughput, inferior features, inferior security, inferior environmental impact, inferior logo, inferior brand name, a founder that abandoned it, you name it, its toxic maximalism kept people trapped into gains. It seems interesting. One must not rest on one's laurels. If you want to win, you usually must do the winning. If you don't pluck the weeds from your garden will be harmed. What messages are you amplifying through your followers? Engagement, a lack of blocking. Are you winning? One must also be mindful of what media they consume for you to feel what you focus on. And if you are constantly bombarded with a sucksville, you're going to have a bad time. And you have a physical diet, you have a mental diet as well. Be mindful of what you eat. So there's a few wise words there, and perhaps a little bit of signaling on there from Richard Hart as well. So that was kind of interesting little timing of that. Let's go to the Pulsechain charts. And of course, we had the old PulseX move there. We got the price. You can see the chart there on the weekly. So really, we were really pushing this previous resistance back in September and this support here back in December. So that's kind of where we are. And we have managed to bounce with that for the time being. The RSI is down at 33, so it'd really be nice to see a little turn here. Let's go to the daily on Pulse. The RSI there sitting at 37, so not fully oversold, but certainly down there, pretty cooled out, or pretty cool. And we've managed to bounce from 4,446. Was that 4 days ago? So, or 3 or 4 days ago. So we managed to bounce with that at the moment. It'd be nice to see us rally out of here. we will find a bottom eventually, and that's kind of what we're looking for there. So far, so good. PulseX, though, is the talk of the town today. And, of course, you can see here on the weekly, PulseX is the RSI started to lift there. 37. We're down at, what, 36, moving up to 37. We managed to bounce at the moment from 1858, so we did get down there. We're really getting into these other resistance. Remember, I said yesterday, not yesterday, 3 days ago, between 16 and 1700 there or something like that. And we're currently at 2,136, so nice little recovery there. Be nice to break through 2,300. That's kind of the, I guess, the next target. And we did get pretty close to it today so far. So fingers crossed that continues on the daily. Nice little pump in the RSI, 38 all the way up to 48. So that was a really nice move. Big green candles on the day that just finished. We got to a high of 2,248. Like I say, getting over 2,300 will be pretty important. The other thing is that we're looking, see this yellow line? This yellow line is the 30 moving average, and the blue line is the 34-day moving average. Be nice to see a bullish cross here. That would be very, very cool indeed. And then finally get some breakout on that. That'd be lovely, because you can see we've pretty much been in that bear mode all the way down here so far. You know, almost tried to capture out, get out of it. You can see how we bounced here, but hashtag fail. And so we'll get there eventually. We've certainly got the angulation. So we have very steep angle down here, and that is getting flatter now. That's getting flatter. We're on the log chart, so that evens it out. So we are getting flatter. So is this the bottom? Is this the bottom here? Looking a reasonable candidate for it. We shall see. And of course, on the weekly, we've got the RSI still at 38, so we've got a lot of room to move to get back over there. Fingers crossed. So that's kind of play. Man, we get a bullish cross on the weekly too. That could be quite nice as well, especially if the candle's above it. We shall see. And we go there. Certainly a good little mini pump today, and a bit of a magic there, a bit of the old magic upright there. All right, so incentive token, this is kind of a big mover. Really been liking this chart. And look at that. Woohoo! Let's have a look at the full scale. So we've been in this really nice range at the moment. Like I say, if we break 61, bullish, and get up to 71, we break 71, man, where do we go from there? Could be, you know, big pump into after that. Might get some green candles like this in play. So it could be a lot of fun. That is incentive token at the moment, doing very well. Hex as well is probably the most biggest bargain out there at the moment. And of course, we've just bounced off 5300th of a penny, now at 5600th penny on Hex on Pulse. So really, man, this is a real bargain type. I know people that are picking this off while it's down here, and so cool. And of course, once we get over 2 cents, super bullish, and big mad gains from there. EHEX as well, likewise, is down pretty low. Down to, got the 1200th of a penny here on the weekly, currently 1300th at the moment, and of course, tested new lows there on EHEX. Obviously, PHEX is the magic carpet ride chain, but EHEX there, you know, pretty decent move up to get to the BankX wall. I thought I had the BankX wall on here. Maybe I've got it down here. Yeah, there it is. That's the BankX wall there. I presume that's still there, 7/10 of a penny. So pretty big gains just to get up to there. Right, so that is it on that. Let's go quickly to the gas prices. We'll come back to the chat in a minute. 400,000 beats. So actually, gas prices are up to probably 2x. They're a little bit more expensive on Pulsechain, but Pulsechain is still super cheap. 7/10 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap, 400th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 1/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. What else we got there? Yeah, Ethereum at the moment, 3 Gwei. That won't stay forever. And of course, then we'll have 550. We're 550 times cheaper than Ethereum, but that will disappear at some stage when we get the bull run ahead of us. Probably not too far away is my guess there as well. Let's go to the validators. Quickly check that. Validators at the moment, we've got 1.56 trillion off the market. I don't know if I've got the globe numbers there. Don't know why it sometimes disappears with the number of validators. I'm not sure why that is. There's lots of other data there I didn't ever talk about, but I probably should. We go to the bridge. Bridge at the moment, 101.6. So yeah, really down. I mean, we were at, last time I streamed 3 days ago on this, we were at 104. So we're at 103. Now I think we were about 103.8 or something like that. We're now at 101.6. We got EDI there at 29.3 million, ETH there at 28.5 million. What else is interesting? Yeah, EHEX, of course, you know, on the lower side, and yeah, Bitcoin just eased off a little bit as well. And that is where we are at the moment. So that is day 305. I think we're saying day 306. Yeah, we just started day 306 there on Pulsechain. That leads us into the rest of the tokens. But before we get into the rest of the markets, let's say hello to a few other people here. Crypto Furia says, how much risk have you all put on the reverse rug pull? Says Crypto Furia. Feel free to answer the Crypto Furia in the chat there. What Richard is trying to say, buy now. Probably, Rich, Brennan, probably, and keep focused, Brennan, get out of the fridge. Indeed, no, says Brennan. He loves the old snack bar in his fridge, which we all know is pretty famous. All right, so let's jump over to some of the Hex derivatives. So we've got some nice little green moves on this today. We've got ACOSA at 5 cents, sorry, up 7%. We've got Lucky from the Dip Catcher crew, up 6% there. Base is up 2.8%, etc. So we've got a little bit of green across the board. Only thing down is Hedron on Ethereum, down 3.5% at the moment. Let's move to stable coins on Pulsechain. PXDC, HexDC, they're looking pretty stable, just around $1. So that's looking really good. Coast is still below 97 cents, waiting for that to come back online, I guess. And what else we got here? USDL 97 cents as well. So put the Pulsechain stablecoin is a bit below. So otherwise, they're doing okay. PDI is at 38 of a penny, 39 of a penny. Now this was green, I think, last night. So this has gone a bit red here, down 4.4%. And LUSD with the big buying and burning is down 5.4%. Let's go have a look at that. See where the burn is at the moment on the old LUSD. These are both speculative, but got that 1 cent, 10 cent, $1 narrative in them. And of course LUSD there apparently had the minting capped and is just burning now. And it appears that 4.02% is burned now in the dead address, and they reckon they're going to burn 10 trillion out of 16 trillion. So we'll see in 5 months. Question mark there, but certainly an interesting narrative there, and we'll see. The burning's still definitely been going on quite well. That's on the stables. Let's go to the influencer coins on Pulsechain. The only one really standing out here is Maddie Allen. That's up 12% at $1.64. Let's have a quick look at that chart on the old influencer coins. Yeah, nice little pump there on the daily. So nice one there, Maddie. More token from Dravon is down at 15 cents. That is pretty flat today. Everything else is down. Note token there from Randy Lusky, 27 of a penny. That's down a little bit there. It was sitting around 3 tenths to 4 tenths of a penny. That was looking pretty good there. A little bit weak here at the moment, down 6%, but maybe a good entry, right? Good entry down here as well. So kind of cool. Let's have a look at, we've got to have a look at PUSD token on Solana. This is not even on Pulsechain, but we've got to have a look at PUSD there from Fashion Coder. Ouch. So no, it made a little bit of a recovery, and then it's gone and made it all new time low there on the old bestie. So I feel for launching those. It is tough to launch a token, and if you're an influencer, you can get a lot of flack for that. So you got to be careful. It's not all roses, smelling roses, is it? And doing that stuff. All right, that is it. And it's on Solana, which probably that's where a lot of the activity for meme coins is happening. But it's not the only place now, is it? It's not the only place. So we've got base chain, we've got Bitcoin, of course, with Dogcoin that we talk about a lot of the times. So that's kind of it. Let's go to the overall markets because we are going to cover a couple other topics. Let's jump in here. Let's go to Pulsechain all the way down here. And of course, let's have a look at the top performers in the trending. There's trending 6 hours. We've got the volume up at 22.2 million. That's fantastic. That's what I've been talking about, right? Getting that volume up. We are on a weekday. Be nice to get over 25 million, but the PulseX pump there, thanks to the OA stuff, and it looks really good. We've got transactions there, 275,000 transactions. So everything is looking a lot better on the old Pulsechain. PulseX, the trending at the moment, is leading the way. Look, woo! Nice to see that. First day for a while. Very, very excited to see that. Incentive token too. So Richard Hart coins, the golden crypto are dominating the trending leaders today at the moment. So it's kind of neat to see that. Awesome. We got a few others there. Pika, UFO doing not too bad there. And of course, that's one of the PGCT teams. I may end up having PGGC team on the live stream. We're going to look at sort of their DAO system, their tax system. So that could be coming up next week. So stay tuned. Those are kind of the leaders there at the moment. Fruit, these are all a couple of percent. Fruit, pizza, a few others there as well. That's pretty much it for the old Pulsechain markets. Here on Thursday, I guess Thursday results. It's Friday down under, of course, but those are the results there. What are we going to do? We're going to bring up Mafia. Shall we bring up Pulse Mafia and have a look at that? Let me just sign on first. We're going to have a look at the rankings on Pulse Mafia since we've got a bit of time. And let's have a look now. Pulse Mafia, of course, is adding a lot of transaction volume and a lot of opportunity onto Pulsechain, attracting a lot of people, and that's going to continue to ramp up. So I'm excited about where that will go. Let me just switch over chains here. Switch to personalities. Let's see here. Where am I going? I'm going back up here. Let's go. Bam. All right, so let's have a look at Pulsechain. So Pulsechain at the moment, let's go for the Mafia. Let's pull that back up. And here we are. Bam. This is Pulse Mafia at the moment on the old chain. I'm going to post this in the chat there if you want to get a player. Only costs 2,000 Mafia, so it's like $1 maybe, give or take. So it's easy to set up a player. I do encourage you to join a family though, because this is growing. There's more influencers setting up their own families, things like that. So getting in early on this is a real winner move. So that is a Pulse Mafia there. Let's have a look at the moment. We've got 369 players, 12 crime families. What's it been, a week now? 12 crime families in a week, and the vault is up at 653 million. That's the big prize, right? The vault is what people are after. And let's have a look at that. So 30,000 folks, $30,000, 366 in now the vault, and we're only week one, and things are just starting to ramp up with the influencers and stuff like that. So this is looking really good. 653 million Pulse. That's at the price of Pulse right now. So this could get insane, folks. This could get absolutely insane. And I think we heard Cavalt DeFi talking about some of the other top reflection token projects on Pulsechain, giving out maybe 5-6 billion. And this looks like it's going to eclipse those projects in the year, given this is only 1 week's value. So it could be pretty insane. So things are really ramping up there. And obviously we're co-hosting the syndicate at the moment. Let's see what the family ranking is at the moment. So we've got the syndicate is still number one on the old Pulse Mafia, or Pulse Mafia on Pulsechain. So sitting pretty nice there, the syndicate. If you want to join up, you can do that through the Discord. The link's in the video description. $5 to join the Discord, of course, and you can do that. Pretty cool. The gearheads there, this is from Crypto Kool-Aid and his crew. From the looks of it, they have been moving up there with a lot of vaults. They've been opening up a lot of vaults, and they've been ramping up their position with in-game assets. Salamanca's number 3. They're doing pretty well with Nunzio the Whale. He's I think number 3 whale on liquid holders at the moment. And the Yakuza there, man, from Japan, pretty badass. They're at number 4, and then followed by the original gangsters there at number 5 on the old Pulsechain. So things are really ramping up, and of course there's lots of competition going on between those already before the game even launches, right? So we've got 9 pre-launch phases. We're on phase number 4. And of course, then we've got number 10, phase 10 will be the game going live. So that could be weeks or months away from where we are now, because we need the vaults to head up to 5 billion Pulse before the game goes live. So people are already playing it though in many ways. Of course, trying to get the vault and open up crates. So crates at the moment doing pretty well. So you can win all sorts of things in the crates. Crates are $20 basically, and all of it goes into the game in one way or the other. So all the stuff feeds back into the game. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's have a look at the cash. The cash at the moment, you can see you can win cash in the game all the way up to 10 million. Man, winning big prizes in this is huge. Bullets, anything is useful, but certainly getting the bigger prizes is really big. And you could get, if you some price a crate that's $20, you might get something that's worth a couple $100, maybe even $1,000. You know, you never know your luck, depending on where the game goes with the value in the marketplace. And we're expecting the marketplace to open up probably in the next 3 or 4 days or something like that, probably early next week, maybe. We shall see. Maybe late in the weekend, we shall see. We've got bullets at the moment in there as well. You can get bullets. You're going to need bullets to kill people, of course, in the game. Health, of course, you're going to need that to recover, especially after you've had a hit job on you or something like that. We've got all the shop items, so from handguns to Thompson machine guns, grenades, all the way through to armored cars and M3 aeroplane. You're going to need that to go from continent to continent. We've got businesses. This is kind of like the roulette. This is like the main one that people are after right now. We've got 33 remaining. So we only actually had one overnight. So only one business was found overnight, because we're sitting at 34 and we've got 33. So everyone's after these at the moment. All the Mafia families, all the players are after these businesses, and your chances are increasing slowly as they are found. Bodyguards, of course, you're going to need bodyguards, and you need to be protected. So everyone's after those. Helper credits, a great way if you don't have time to play all the time, but you want to rank up your player. You can get helper credits, and you can put your player on autopilot doing crimes and things like that. And of course, cars, you need cars to travel from city to city. And of course, everyone's after those. So those are pretty cool on the crates. So that's there is on the Pulse Mafia. But of course, Mafia is also on BNB chain. And let's have a look at BNB chain quickly. Let's have a look at the results. So we've got 810. Now, this has been around for what? Must be about 4 weeks or something. but this is 110 players at the moment, 15 crime families. So there's 3 more than on the Pulse Mafia at the moment. Of course, this has been around for a few weeks. And we got the BNB vault at 93.66 BNB, which is pretty impressive. The vault at the moment is worth how much? We saw that we're just over 30,000 on Pulsechain. Well, we're almost pretty much at 55,000 US dollars on BNB chain with the Mafia, and that's looking pretty tasty. Now this game won't go live until it reaches 500 BNB, so you've got plenty of time to get in and get your strategy going. The families at the moment, let's have a look. So we've got the original gangsters at the moment. They are buying, looks like they're buying lots of crates. Looks like they're buying lots of crates at the moment because they've been breaking apart. They're up at 75,000 on the worth. And of course, Syndicate was in the #1 spot, moved to #2 at the moment. And really, that is a crate game at the moment, getting those in-game assets to separate that out. The Mugnow is #3, doing pretty well. Pretty respectable, quiet team. #3 there. The Yakuza sitting at #4, just like they are on Pulse Mafia. The Yakuza there, the Japanese, man, they're good at this game. And of course, Illuminati there sitting at #5. All right, so those are the top 5 at the moment on the old BNB Mafia. Let's have a look at the crates. Now you can get the crates at the moment. And so, yeah, the crates are doing pretty well. So you can buy crates over here as well. What play have I got? Have I got a play on here? Let me connect to my wallet. And let's switch over the chain to the BNB chain quickly. And so this is a cool thing. You can win any of these things. So it's like similar. And we've got some crates here at the moment. So if you want to win play on BNB Mafia, and you got a player on BNB Mafia, let us know your player's name. I'll give away a crate to you. Get in there, first one in, first served. We'll go. All right, so that is on BNB Mafia. Let's open a crate though to give you an idea. So like I say, same as on the Pulse Mafia, slightly different tokens, of course. BNB, USD Tether, and USDC are used to buy. And of course, they're about $20, basically $19.99. Let's open up a crate though and give it a go, shall we? Give it a go. I might actually do another stream later on today, and we might open up crates. I think that's kind of a fun stream. That'd be pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got here. This is on BNB chain. Now you can open crates on Pulse Mafia on Pulse chain, and you can open up crates on BNB Mafia on BNB chain. Pretty cool. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to talk about you can open up crates, but you can also transfer in-game items. You can also transfer crates themselves. So let's see where we go. Looks like Brendan's in first with Nunchuck, so congratulations. You won the crate to open. Let's see. What are we going to get? We're going to get a bodyguard. There we go. So let's hope we get a Frank or a Sam level 10. That would be really good. Any of these are great, though. You're going to need bodyguards, so any of these will be useful, particularly defensive ones if you're going to want to be defended. We've got a Johnny level 5. So that's pretty cool. So Johnny level 5. Let's go to Wikipedia and see what a Johnny level 5 is. Just so you guys give an idea of what some of the meaning is. You can go into the Wikipedia and you can look at different parts of the game. We're going to be looking at, what are we going to look at? I think we're further down, are we? Further down. We're going to have bodyguards. So here's bodyguards. So under shop, it's got bodyguards. So we can go have a look at that. And what do we win? We won a, what do we win? What do we win? We won a level 5 Johnny, wasn't it? Level 5 Johnny. So level 5 Johnny is Johnny, and he is a guy that's got connections. So that's kind of cool in the game. Some of them have, like Jim's got economy. Sam is an offensive player, so he's very good on the attack. And Frank is defensive there. So a lot of people after the defensive, especially if you're a high-ranking Mafia player. That's kind of play there. Very cool. Yeah, let's we got Nunchuck there. So Nunchuck is won the crate there. So let's all you have to do is click on a crate and you can put in the name of the player and you can transfer a crate to that player. So then we're going to do that. That's how easy it is to send in-game assets. And we're going to confirm that. That's going to go. Not bad. So congratulations to Brendan there with Nunchuck. Here's the player on BNB. Did you want to open my crate, Superman? Send me the item. Well, I've already sent you the crate, so there we go. You're a winner. You're a winner, chicken dinner right there. But we will open up another crate. Let's do that, and you can see what else might you earn there as well. So let's do that. Now you can see we could win, like I say, cash, bullets, health, shop items. Particularly, you're going to need a gun and bullets, right? So you kind of need gun and bullets. Bodyguards, of course, helper credits and cars. And of course, everyone is after the business items because they're worth so much. And of course, you can make incomes off those, particularly if you get the top 3, slot machine, roulette, and bullet factories are very useful. So kind of cool there. It's giggity, bang, bang, bang. There we go. I love this stuff. Everyone loves this spinner. I mean, everyone I've seen talk about this opening the crates just absolutely loves it because it is very, very exciting. Oh, we're so close to business there. See that one there? That's the business one. That's the one that a lot of people are after. But this is a very good category as well. So everyone needs guns. Everyone needs, defense like armored cars. And the airplane is necessary if you want to travel continents here. So that's pretty important. So we'll see what we get here. Slowing down. We've got a grenade. So grenade's right in the middle there in terms of value. But use is going to be pretty good too, probably on the offensive, right? So it's kind of cool. We're going to open up. What's our worth at the moment? Worth on this player, 5,800. We've got 6 more crates here, so we're going to open up another one of those. Let's go for gold. All good, says Brennan. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. So we're opening up crates here on BNB Mafia if you've just tuned in. So let's do that. Now, obviously, Pulse Mafia on Pulsechain, BNB Mafia on BNB Chain, 2 chains. You can play Mafia. And that crossover is really nice because people are hearing about Pulse Mafia on Pulsechain. So if you're on BNB community, you can come over to Pulsechain, those sort of things. So we've got a really nice crossover like that. And of course, more influencers. Apparently, Cult VFire is going to be having influencers with up to 50,000 followers and thousands on the live stream. So this game is really going to get a lot of attention. And of course, it's going to be good for Pulse Mafia, attracting a lot more people to Pulsechain. That's one of the big goals, right? We talked about Richard's comments earlier today, and I think this plays well into that. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. We're ticking away, ticking away. Are we going to get a car? Are we going to get a car? I think so. A car. Let's do it. We need cars. You got to go city to city. So I'm very excited about getting a car. Let's hopefully we get a gold car. I really would love one of these gold cars. It's a 500,000 one. It's a gold car at the bottom. 450 is very nice as well. These are obviously the top end, but any of these cars are useful. So yeah, 250,000. Very good value there. We'll take that. Nice. So looking pretty good. Now that will go straight into our inventory, right? So this in-game tokens, you can see the inventory here. Now, if you want to send some inventory, all you have to do is click on the button and you put the player's name and you want to send something to. Maybe one of your other players that you have, because you can have multiple players yourself, or it could be someone else in your Mafia family you want to send a player to. Maybe they just started and you want to send an item. You can put their name in and you can send, for example, this bulletproof jacket, which is pretty expensive. You could send that to them. There we are. That's the way. We've got 5 more crates in here. Let's open up another one. So let's see what else we got here. And this is on BNB Mafia, right? So let's go to the players. And you can actually, all you have to do to switch between Pulse Mafia and BNB Mafia is just hit this toggle button here and switch to that. And then, of course, switch your wallet as well. And that's how easy it is. So super easy here on BNB Mafia. But I'll post a link to that as well. And bam, there we go. All right. Everyone loves opening these crates. I hope you like enjoying watching me open these crates. There we go. That's looking pretty. We got Wookie the Blade is in the house. There's Wookie the Blade. He is a very feared player. And that is the link to BNB Mafia there right now. Looking pretty good. All right. Let's jump into it. We're going to get open up another vault, are we? No, we're going to go to the crates. So if you add up the vaults, actually, if you add the vaults up, we've got 55,000 on BNB Mafia. So 55. This is only in a few weeks. And then you add in a 30,000 on the Pulse Mafia. That's 85,000 US dollars already in the prize pool for this game. And now everyone knows that 10% of that, so 10% of that gets allocated to the top 5 families, obviously depending on which chain you're in. But that's overall, that's $8,500 a week being allocated to families. So you can see why the families, there's so many of them and how competitive they are. The game hasn't even launched yet. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This prize pool could get very big indeed. Obviously, if we get the 5 billion on the Pulse Mafia and 500 BNB on the BNB, that's a lot of money. We're talking about, I don't know, that could be $1 million by the time we get there with the price rally. It could be millions of dollars at that rate too. We get big pumps. So yeah, the upside is huge from here. All right, that's cool. Let's open up another crates and let's do that. Bam, let's do it on live stream. And we're going to open up another crate here. Now, if you've got a player on BNB chain and you want to get a crate, put your name in the list there. I'll already include yours, Wookie the Blade, but anyone else get in there, and we might choose another one there as well. Let's see how we go. Right, we're opening that up. Bam, bam, bam. All right, let's see. Here we go. Now, on BNB chain, it interacts with Chainlink, obviously the Oracle. On Pulsechain, it interacts with the PulseBot Oracle there. I guess their price signal there. Just remember the differences. And now, obviously, Pulsechain is super cheap to do stuff. BNB chain is super cheap as well, but not near as cheap, I would say. So just remember that. But it is still a cheap chain to do games like this. Let's see, we're going to get some bullets. Man, now bullets are extremely valuable. Hopefully we get to let's hope we get to a lot of bullets. There's a lot of bullets here. $5,000. Wow, that's a really good prize. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's a pretty good rise there. And of course, when you get bullets, so this is 5,000 bullets. You can see they order on your inventory. Everything gets ranked by the value, so the worth value, and you can see it increases your total worth at the top right hand side. So just to give you an idea there. So this armor card is the most valuable down to the least valuable, but you know everything on this list is pretty good if I'm looking at it there. So kind of cool. That is that. We've got any names in here. We got Wookie the Blade, and we've got Face of Powder. They're playing on a BNB, so kind of cool. If you haven't got on BNB, get yourself a player. Or like I say, all you need is to connect your wallet and get 2,000 Mafia. It's pretty easy to do that. Let's go to the charts actually and find how the charts are going on BNB Mafia and Pulse Mafia. Let's have a quick look at that. So we got let's see here, Jacob's DeFi or GameFi, and we got Pulse Mafia. Let's have a look at this Pulse Mafia chart at the moment. It's sitting at 4,157, so looking pretty good. So if you want to buy Mafia tokens on a Pulse Mafia and start playing Pulse Mafia, that is the way to go. And bam, that is the link to that. All right, and of course, if you want to get into the BNB Mafia, that's the chart there. Pretty much the prices. It's really funny. The prices are pretty much the same, and they've got to this point of convergence. And they're just tracking away there. So very, very exciting. Now the charts look very different because they've got different allocations, and so that's probably a big play there as well. So this is BNB Mafia as well. So if you want to pick up Mafia on BNB chain, there we go. So you could pick up Mafia on both chains. That's the play. All right, if you want to join the syndicate too, get into our Discord and join up today. All right, I think we're going to leave that there. We've got 2 players in here. Just not sure how we're going to get allocate with it, so I might decide that and contact both of you afterwards. All right. What else? We got Kirby in the house there. Someone tell Richard to remove all the farms. They create sell pressure on the entire chain, and people wanting yield should just stake Hex, says Kirby. They're certainly competing with Hex, that's for sure, from that point of view. So, well, you know, no one tells Richard anything. Richard always decides what he's going to do. That's all I'd say, Kirby. I think if you've known Richard long enough, but you know, it's you need farms. The thing that I think you're missing in there is you need farms to pull liquidity over. That's probably the logic generally. So that's why we've got so much stuff come over the bridge. Just so people know, the sells on price chart is usually people burning Mafia for the vaults. Yes, that's right. Actually, that's true. So a lot of the downside on some of the charts you see in the Mafia are just because the vault is burning, is selling, and the taxes, there's always a 16.6% tax. And of course, the vault sells too. So the chart's not a normal chart because it has all these taxes in it and so forth. Funds also incentivize people to hold stablecoins instead of Pulse and Hex, says Kirby. Yeah, it's a bit of a double edge, I would say, Kirby. A bit of a double-edged sword. Crypto Fury in the house there with Furio. Nice one there. I love opening me some crates, says Crypto Fury. Yeah, we all do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're going to move on to Hex daily stats, are we? Yeah, I think we'll do that. We got day 1662. So let's see where Hex is at the moment. What's the payout there? 7.35 Hex per TC at the moment on Hex. The TCs at the moment up 1,555. That's a pretty good sign. 9 million TCs. Man, we're just holding on to that 9 million number there. And of course, the penalties today, 1.6 million. Pretty good. 66 million in the reward pool for those Hex TCN miners. Liquid holders down 2, miners up 1 though, sitting at 117,560 miners on the Ethereum chain at the moment. Looking to Pulsechain, have we got today's results? No, we haven't got results for today. Will come out a bit later. We've got the previous day though, which would have been day 404, day 404. I think that's right. And so yeah, we've got the payout is 6.991 hex per T-share. That's for 2 days ago, and the T-shares were up there as well. Still quite a few more T-shares. What's about 370,000 more T-shares on the old Pulsechain than there is on Ethereum. And the penalties, pretty modest penalties. So 2 days ago, it's sitting at 65 million in the pool. Pretty similar numbers, really. Liquid odds up 8 and miners down 1, 123,715 miners, which is about 4,000 more on the old Pulsechain. Hex.com, check it out. You can start mining Hex today. That's pretty much it at the moment. All right, shall we open up another vault? Let's do that. How are we doing for time? 15 minutes, not bad at all. As Crypto Furious says, I love opening me some crates, indeed. So that is kind of cool. I need to get some random dice. Probably could do it on chain now. Let's go to the crates there and we'll open up another one. How many you got there? 4. Yep. Let's open up another one. See how that goes. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Taking that away. Now, Furia is that profile? Is that on BNB Mafia? Let me know if that's a BNB Mafia profile. I'm gonna take that away. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. We've got a car there. That's taken them pretty nicely. Let's see if we can get a expensive car. What did we get the last one? 250,000. That was a pretty good car. Let's see what we can get today for this one. Another car, more expensive the better, of course, because 35. There we are. So modest, but still a decent car to drive around in. And that is on that one. And yeah, we got taken away there. So it's on both. A Fury on both. Okay, cool. All right. So we've got 3 crates here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give these 3 crates away to all of you. So we've got one for Wookie the Blade, one for Face of Powder, and one for Furio. How about that? So let's do that. And yeah, congratulations, Brennan. Let me know if you want me to open up yours live, and then I can open up here and send you the item. So let's send that to Wookie the Blade. So congratulations to all 3 of you. That's on BNB Mafia, of course. Big shout out to Jacob and the crew doing the great work on both Pulse Mafia and BNB Mafia. Wookie the Blade, man, it's always hard to say. Wookie the Blade. Wookie the Blade. Got Wookie the Blade. Is that going to come up? Did I misspell it? I bet I did. Wookie the Blade. Wookie the Blade. Wookie the Blade. I didn't even see it. It's not even coming up on the old website there. Wookie the Blade. Wookie the Blade. Not even coming up. Not even coming up on there. Why is it not coming up? I don't know. Let's have a look at what's it? Can you open up mine super? Okay, let's open up yours and then we'll do that way. And we're going to open that up. So we're going to open up Brennan's crate that he got for winning the prize today. So let's open that up. Remember what it is too. Remember this. Crypto Furious says thanks. I'll roll a business for sure. Object for sure. There, fingers crossed. That's what we want. All right, here we go. Waiting for the chain link. This is Brennan's prize. Let's see what it is. All right, so I've got to do. There's 2 transactions to do to open it up. 2 transactions on Pulsechain, which is super cheap, right? So let's see what it is. I'm gonna have to send this straight away so I don't forget what the item is. Let's see what it is. All right, so let's go. Come on, let's go. Oh, Brenton. Oh my gosh. That was the biggest tease one I've ever seen in my life. That was crazy how that went. Oh, man. That was crazy. Anyway, you're in a good category nevertheless. Let's hope you get a good thing. Bulletproof vest. That's a pretty good item. So congratulations on that. That is a bulletproof vest. But, man, that was so close. So close to a... so close to the business one there. That's what else we got here. We got I'm just trying to remember your face of powder, isn't it? So you can send a game item to somebody in the game. So that's what we're doing here. Face of powder. Face of powder. There we are. So that's how easy it is to send. So I'm going to send that prize to Brennan. Congratulations. Kind of cool. That's on the BNB chain, of course. And we got, who's up? We got Furio, don't we? We have to send one to Furio. Furio is going to get a crate. So that congratulations. Winner number 3, I guess, is Furio. So we'll send that crate to Furio. You can see send crates and, of course, Furio. Congratulations to you. Just double check I've got that right. Furio. Yep, Furio. There we are. Winner number 3. So congratulations. I'm not sure what happened to Wookie the Blade because that wasn't coming up. So I'll have to do that as well. So that's gone to you. How about that? That's how fast it is, folks, to send crates to other people in the game. So yeah, we hope that you open up a business. That'd be very, very cool. Who else has jumped in here? We got Pulsechain Hex in the house there. Can you play a phone? And did I hear that Pulsechain Trump can be earned on Pulse Mafia? No, I don't know about that. I haven't heard that at all. Certainly not up on the website there. We got, OMG, so close on those business. Yeah, you were so close on that, but you still got a very good prize. So congratulations. Cheers, super. You're most welcome. I check my pulses. I like magic. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Pulsechain showing us a bit of magic today. Richard posting up before that too, from the looks of it. What kind of dog can do magic? You guys know, dog on Bitcoin. All right, so that is it on the crate. And, of course, Wookie the Blade. That didn't even come up, but I will send Wookies after the live stream. How about that? So a big shout out to Jacob and the team. We appreciate that. Hope you guys are enjoying. Everyone loves opening crates, and it is very popular. $20 a crate to open up yourself. I bought many of them myself, yeah, building up that worth there. Crates, by the way, they lift the whole family. So if you open up crates, not only does it benefit you, but it benefits the whole family that you're in, and the value of your worth goes up. So that's kind of cool too. All right, that is it on there. I think we're almost up to an hour, and I was planning on doing a half an hour show because I did such a funny start to the day. Was it Labracadabra? Abracadabra? Is that the one? Yeah, a bit of magic, and of course we got the magic up today. We had a bit of PulseX OA magic, I think it was, didn't we? Actually, I was going to try and find Rags to Riches post on the OA. I just didn't have it here. I thought I liked it, but I can't see where it is, and I can't find Rags to Riches. Let's just put in PulseX, PulseX, that might find it. PulseX, and let me see. And I'm trying to look for this on another. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we got Somi. Somi put some out there. Let's have a look at. This is a good one from Somi. So I haven't got Rags, so I apologize. I haven't found Rags one. But let's pull this one. This one from Somi. He likes to do the on-chain analysis too. So let's pull this up and see what he's got to say. This is all impromptu. He was doing it live. But Somi says, Justin, Pulsechain Sacrifice wallet moving funds. Woohoo! PulseX being bought. PulseX with small $10,000 clips. So a bit of a different strategy there. But also some big moves on other wallets selling from 40 billion Pulse wallet and buying on another. Is this maybe just PulseX Pulse ratio moving so PulseX can stop being down so much? PulseX Sacrifice wallet. And there's a little bit of evidence clips here from Brandon. So this is actually he's linking to Brandon. It's reported that an OA wallet is currently buying PulseX. Is the one I was referring to when I was talking about that. And then we've got Martin here, who does a lot of stuff around the OA. It says, after being inactive for months, the OA pump wallet just started buying Pulse and PulseX. So there we go. So we really do have a bit of PulseX magic today. Trillion said someone is dumping 40 billion Pulse, halfway done selling. The first 300,000 lots, now $500,000 lots that's getting absorbed. But for now, much longer, who will win? The buyer has more than enough to take all of it. 20 billion Pulse versus 177K DAI and 460 ETH at the moment. So there's a bit of a battle going on there, apparently, on the old buy and sell. So kind of cool. Very cool. And that is some more evidence there from your friend Somi. Below that, Richard Hart also dumped 5,555 PDI to buy PulseX from his wallet. So there we are. More stuff. Gold key post is useful. It's kind of cool. What else we got in there? So let's have a look at this one. Richard Hart inverted commas, chose to leave a signal of some sort when selling PDI. Specifically, chose to sell that PDI into a PulseX. I will be in full panic mode if I were them. Richard Hart turned off the bots to HOA head ass. So that was controversial, that comment. But let's go to the next one. Let's go to this one here, Gold Key useful posts. Gold Key says analysis of today's Pulsechain activity started at 10 a.m. PST time and ending at 12:35. No one sacrificed a wallet, bought a PulseX. My calculation total of $1 million was spent over 68 transactions. During this time period of activity, PulseX price pumped 12%, mainly driven by the sacrifice address buys, with an exception of one buy for 68K from another address. Somewhat simultaneously, at 9:30 a.m. PST, a separate address began receiving pulse from an address related to Hex Flush address. That's pretty interesting. Origin of this pulse and the Hex Flush address sent ETH to an address which was used to mint 85 million Hex in the AA. And the Hex was staked for 5 days during business big payday. Then 114 million was sacrificed for PulseX. Oh yeah, we remember that. That's back there. It's going right back there. This address received 9 deposits of pulse, 4 billion pulse each deposit, which was then dumped for DAI. So there we go. That is some of the activity there from some of the crew. So we did get into it after all. So big shout out to Somi and of course Rag to Riches and you guessed it, Gold Key and this other person, Two's Bookie, which I've seen around before. So that is kind of cool. Some little intel there. A bit of a dad joke, says check my pulse. Indeed. All right, we're up to an hour and 1 minute. I think we're going to finish there. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's show. Don't forget to catch me tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be rounding up the whole week, working week there in the US on the stock market, and of course getting into see how crypto goes into the weekend and see what happens to Pulsechain leading in after this PulseX pump into the weekend as well. It'll be a lot of fun. And what else can we say? Yeah, I'm probably going to have hopefully have some at least 2 interviews with 2 different project teams coming up for next week, so that'll be something to look forward to. In any case, enjoy yourself. It's just the way it goes. We're on Friday here down under. It's currently 1:13 p.m. in good old New Zealand, and we're enjoying ourselves. The weather outside is pretty sunny there. It lies beneath, just if you were asking about that. Looking good. All right, let's play out a cool video on the way out. We're going to talk about the Magic Carp Ride video, because it's Magic Carp Ride PulseX today. So enjoy. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you in Discord. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and bye for now.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.